whether you like it or not, this is a two-party system. Now, in Chicago, you might have a hard time believing it's a two-party system. But most of the state and the nation, it's a two-party system. To do what's going to have to be done, it's going to have to take bipartisanship. Again, something we haven't seen a whole lot of in Springfield, and it's something I don't think exists in Washington, D.C. anymore. But in Springfield, I have to tell you, historically, that's really how state government functioned. For the years when I was governor, and before when I was a legislator, and an aide to the governor, and an aide to the speaker, while there was a strong two-party system in this state, and they used to fight like dog and cats, they all knew, at the end of the day, they had to solve a problem, and they had to come together and compromise. And again, I think that's what's going to be needed to get Illinois out of the mess we're in today. It's going to take both parties sitting down, some give and take, doing things that neither party is going to like. But to do the tough things, you're probably going to have both parties, because you're not going to want all of your people to vote on tough measures. There's something in Springfield called a structured roll call. And that basically means the Republicans and the Democrats will get together and they'll figure out who they have in their membership that have pretty safe districts. And that's who they twist their arms to get them to vote for the tough bills. Well, there's not enough in either party, I don't think, to do the tough things. That's why you're going to have more bipartisanship. Also, I have to tell you, my experience as governor, compromise usually produces better legislation, better public policy than either of the two parties doing their own thing. I have to tell you, as governor, I never signed a bill, probably, that I thought was 100% a good bill. But I never signed a bill that I thought was not at least 51% a good bill. That's what you kind of have to do. I've suggested there are times to the governor that you just kind of have to figure, is this better than worse, and then hold your nose and do it. Now that's not something they usually teach you in political science or in, good government, but in reality, when you're trying to compromise and reach common ground, sometimes you have to do that. And I always tell young people, if you want to get involved with one of the parties, a candidate, because that's really where you learn. I mean, the classroom is important, but you also need practical experience. Illinois still has a long way to go to dig itself out of this mess. And it's going to take a lot of people involved, not just public officials, but we need folks from outside of government to step up and help and make advice. We need a lot of new blood in the government. And I want to make the pitch I always make when I talk with students, is that I hope sometime in your career you'll take some time for public service. You don't have to necessarily do it full-time, though I think it would enhance your resume for a couple of years. But volunteer, serve on boards, committees, whatever. But if nothing else, at least take time to be an informed voter. I'm not excited about a huge turnout. What I'm excited about is a turnout of voters who know what they're voting on, and they've taken the time to know the issues and the candidates. And an informed electorate, I think, works pretty well. My experience is that most folks are pretty smart out there. If they take the time to focus on what's going on, if you try to fool them, you're going to make a big mistake. So I'd urge you to be involved, because it's going to take people like you, new blood, as well as old-timers, working together to get Illinois back to where I think we should be. Thank you very much.